Hello, and welcome to another edition of WelchWear Beauty Corner. I am Gail Welch, and it is a pleasure to have you join with us once again. As usual, we have an exciting program lined up for you. We have our product spotlight coming up, and we are really shining the spotlight on a very beautiful woman who is making some beautiful product, especially for us ladies. Yes, it's going to be a ladies show today primarily. But I am excited to welcome to the WelchWear Beauty Corner show Miss Beverly Clarke. Miss Beverly Clarke. Hi, Beverly. How are you?
I am doing great, and it's so nice to be here with you.
Good. It is great to have you in the corner. We are going to be chatting, and we've been chatting all about you, Bev, and what you are doing, the fantastic product line that you have, those beautiful bags. Some of them are displayed right behind you, and I'm really excited to allow our viewers to know here we are carrying your product line, which is Purposework by Bev, and it is a line of wristlet bags. Bev, just want to grab one and just hold it up to the camera so that we can see. They're coming in all colors. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They are coming in all colors, sizes, and they are ready to be in your possession. In the product spotlight is Purposework by Bev, a collection of multi-purpose wristlet and clutch bags for casual or formal wear. Available at WelchWear Beauty Corner, upstairs, Payne, Plaza, Collymore Rock, St. Michael. Our telephone number is 832-7008, or you can email us at welchwearbeauty@gmail.com. Follow us on our social platform, IG or Facebook, WelchWear Beauty, and definitely our YouTube channel, WelchWear Beauty channel. So we have a lot to chat about. So welcome. And this is the WelchWear Beauty Corner online show. And we are located, WelchWear store is located upstairs, Payne's Plaza, Collymore Rock, Black Rock. Sorry, Payne's Plaza, Collymore Rock, St. Michael. Our telephone number is 246-832-7008, 832-7008. Our email address is welchwearbeauty@gmail.com. Of course, you can find us on all of our social platforms. We are on Instagram, so head on to Instagram, like and follow us, as well as Facebook and our YouTube channel, WelchWear Beauty. We are all over the social network so that you can follow us really easy. So let us dive in to Purposework by Bev, and we are going to chat. Let's chat. Bev, no. It is a pleasure to, just chat with you. You reveal so much about yourself. But for our viewers, I'm going to ask you so that they can get to know you as well. 3 words that describe Bev the best.
I would say I'm contented, very contented. I've learned to be content in wherever I am. And there are some things that you may think that it is not enough, but no, I am contented. At work, I'm contented with life. Things can always be better, but I've learned to be contented wherever I am, whatever I have. I make do with whatever I have.
Nice.
Another word, I am helpful. I've always been a helpful person, even from primary school. I'm always told on my reports that I'm a helpful person, and I realize took me all the way through my adult life. I'm very helpful. And I'm joyful. I am not going to be grumpy for anyone. And I saw that promo and I was like, yes, that was a birthday picture from last year. And it was one of those moments in the office. And we just felt like taking pictures, and that was one of those photos. So I thought that was very funny that you chose that one. So when I saw that, I was like, yes, I am joyful. It is in there to come out.
Content, helpful, joyful. Do you think those qualities are coming out in your product line?
Oh yes, oh yes. I could see my joy in my colors that I use. I love green. My daughter's name
Mm-hmm.
is Emerald. Okay, my house is green. It's been green in different colors. I have green in my rooms. I have on a shade of green. Lots of my bags do have a lot of green in it. I realize that I'm drawn to green, but I try to get a little bit of additional colors in there with the green.
Of course, when you talk green, you're talking life and you're full of life.
Life. Yes, yes, yes. Where would the world be
um,
without green?
yeah, yeah. One of the other things that I've recognized about you is that you're a principled person. What is one of your guiding principles?
Okay, at Ellerslie, hooray for Ellerslie Secondary School, and our motto was make wise use of your time. What better thing to do? I mean, if you're going to watch television, the TV could be on the wall, but you can also sit and sew. I can sit and make my beads. I could be in the kitchen. I must have my television to help keep my company, and I can do something with my hands. My hands are my focus. I just enjoy making sure that my hands can do something that is worthwhile. So I make wise use of my time, and you can call it multitasking, but I make wise use of my time, and I love it.
Good, good, good. How did you get started? Is this something that went back from school? How did you get started into sewing?
Okay, sewing. My mom, she was the one who dealt with anything with her hands, crochet, knitting. She's in the garden. She's sewing. All of us, we probably learned to sew on this one sewing machine where you pedal it. But I think, as I told my brother, I told someone, I think we all learn to sew as we learn to walk. So that is the most natural thing for me to do, to sew. I'm very much at peace when I'm sewing. I'm at peace. My television
Hmm.
is there, whatever, and I'm at peace and I'm sewing.
Good, good, good. Is it a new world for you as you're sewing? Is it just a tranquil place and your mind just wandered and you're seeing, being just creative?
Yes, because if I see a piece of fabric, I think of what I can do with it. I remember taking, okay, my handbags came as a result of a skirt that was too long. I had about 12 inches cut at the bottom, and after about 5 years wearing this skirt and wearing it as a piece of the head tie, last year I decided I'm going to make something with this other piece that I had. So I made a handbag. And after I made that handbag and I put it on WhatsApp status, then once someone said, hey, you can make a couple more handbags. But I had already taken additional fabric I had in the house, and I had lots of fabric, still have lots of fabric, and I made a few more bags. That's how I started. But sewing for me, I would have started from even making my school clothes. I can remember making doll clothes. I remember doing bits of pieces of fabric and just stitching one piece onto another and making pockets. That is where I've been. I have done that.
Wow, wow, wow. Uh, I well, I cannot sew for the life of me. Yes, I am married to a fashion designer, but don't ask me anything at all about
Oh boy.
cutting material or nope, I stay in my lane. So I would help cut some threads every now and then, you know, cut out some patterns and whatnot. But that's the extent of my handiness when it comes to a sewing machine. But there are some people that, as like yourself, who it is just second nature to them, I guess because you've been so immersed in it.
Yes.
And it is a place that you can escape and find fulfillment in. So I do understand that. The name Purposework by Bev. Let us chat about the name. What is in this name?
Okay. Um, well, going to the beach as a teenager, I guess, because I have siblings. I'm the last of many siblings, and we are all going to the beach in a group. And the one guy looked at us and he just shook his head and he said, "That is purpose work. We are going to the beach. Mind you, we're scantily clad, and I'm fit, I am buff, I am, all the not lots of curves, but I'm very muscular kind of set because
Mhm.
of course I'm in the room with my brothers and friends and pulling around the weight. So I was toned, always was toned. So when he said purpose work, and I remember when I was saying, my daughter said, "Mom, you have to get a business name." And about 3 o'clock in the morning, I was like, "Lord, what am I going to name this business?" And, you know, put a name on it, my friend said. And the Lord said, "Purpose work." And I laughed. I said, "Lord, you got a sense of humor." So in that, I kind of remember, and I said, I have to find a scripture to back it up. And I found Psalms 138, verse 8, that said, "The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. His still love is steadfast. He endures forever. But do not forsake the work of your hands." So I found the hands, I have the hands, I have the work. And that was the fitting scripture for me to back up being purpose work. My siblings laughed because they knew where the history of purpose work came from. So we will have that joke occasionally. But you have to have friends who are in your corner. And my daughter would have helped nudge me into lip. I'm getting the name. But then a friend of mine, she said to me when I made seasonings because coming from a big family, you can do things in bulk. So I wanted to do something to give to church for the care packages. So I made seasonings. And she said, "Put a label on it." So I put a label on it. So purpose work was that beginning. So that was Bev's blend Bajan seasoning. So that was one area. 2015 actually. It started in April 2015. So here it is. This is an anniversary kind of session that I realized today that we're doing this. And then as I made the bags, got the bags out there, this same lady, this Esther Bishop, her surname is Miller now, and her daughter Sherry Ann Mon, the singer, our Sherry
Mhm.
Ann Mon, that's my dear girl. And when I took the spread to her, and she did it, and she put this thing on Instagram and said, "Bev, Purpose Work by Bev." Purpose Work brought the spread. She chose her bag, and she helped me to sort out my IG page because I would have had the page from whenever and never really used it. So when she helped me then get this thing all done, I was like, okay, I really have to learn this. So that is how Purpose Work by Bev became my handle on IG. But Purpose Work is my business name, all registered.
You realize this thing is happening, right?
Yes, yes, it
This
is.
thing is happening. This thing.
It is happening, yes. And it's been a good
Well,
journey.
I was just about to ask you, has it been scary for you?
No, when I think about it, I grew up seeing my parents doing business. We didn't realize it was a business. It wasn't registered, but we grew up in a big family atmosphere. And my dad, we sold fruit, veg, and meat at Christmas time. The animals were killed, and I never give it that much thought. That here I am selling stuff, and every one of us, all of my siblings, we can sew. Brothers who are designers, tailors. My sisters are all seamstresses. I remember beading, sewing on beads on bridal dresses as a teenager. That's what I did. So doing things with my hand is the easiest thing in my life.
I am amazed at what you have in your hands.
Yes.
And what has been there that you sometimes overlook and did not think about it, that in this time, in this period that we are in, oftentimes it's those things that we just do without thinking.
Just a hobby.
That was the little hobby
Yeah.
that is now coming to the forefront, and they are beginning to blossom, and you're like, I could do this. I never thought that I could sell anything. I confess. Never thought. And sometimes I still don't think I can. But I said, you know what? When you are given an idea, when you are given a directive, and sometimes these things are not just a little idea, they come over sometimes as a directive, it's a calling, and is like, this has been put in your hands and you now have to run with it. And because it feels as if I don't do this, if I don't give it my best,
Yes.
then it will be like a crying shame. And the giver would be mad at me. And it's amazing that time and time again, that is what is coming out. And obviously it's the same thing for you.
Definitely, definitely. Because
Good.
there's
So
sometimes I'm doing this and I just feel so good just doing it. And once my husband said, he said, Bev, are you getting these bags full? I say, yes. But in COVID, when we had our lockdown at different times, especially in January, as I was getting back up there, one-on-one with persons and showing after lunch and going to, when I came and when I met you, that was at a point where I had done car park showings. Someone said, we're going to meet in the car park. We're going to do this. While showing one person, of course, you're in a space where in Sheraton, and person saw, and I'm like, what is this? And I show it to them, and I got sales. I came from having going to my podiatrist in the car park, and I didn't plan it, but that was the Lord, because then I ended up even in Charleston Park and showing one person, someone that saw it. So I've done car park showings, after lunch showings, one-on-one showing without even thinking about it.
yeah, and you just answered my next question. What has the response has been for you? And I believe that just starting,
Yes.
you just have to start.
Yes, you
You
have
just have to start. And this is for someone out there. And I was thinking today, sometimes we overthink things.
Yeah.
And we think ourselves out of it.
Out of it. Yes, yes, yes. But you have the resources in your hands. I have so much fabric ever. I've always had lots of fabric. I've always converted, I remember converting a part of a pillowcase and made a blouse to wear under a jacket to wear to work. I did that. I took a piece of lace from my daughter's Easter bonnet, something, and this was about early 90s, and put it around the same blouse. All I needed was something to cover, just white inside, and it was a pillowcase I used. If a sheet, you get a sheet and the sheet get these little balls on them.
Yeah.
That became a curtain at the window because it was still good, and it's just that you wore it a couple of times and there it is. What else can I do with it? I repurpose things. So even with my bottom of my skirt became my head tie, then it became my handbag. I don't think it's going to go any further than that handbag. But I repurpose things quickly.
That is amazing. And really, perhaps that is how it is supposed to be, to
Yes,
have multiple uses for things,
right,
in terms of stretching the dollar. And when we really look back at it, that is what our grandparents and great
did,
grandparents did.
yes,
They
right,
repurposed things.
right. I think my
They
mom
never
had
threw away
taken,
anything.
right, my mom had taken her wedding dress and helped make dresses for the first set of my siblings, because I'm number 13. So by the time it came to me, I didn't get to wear this dress, but I heard about this little dress that my older siblings wore. So I thought of that, and that it started with her. That's what she did. And it's the most natural thing to do, to repurpose something and see the beauty of in something that is just a small piece of fabric, and you make something big out of it that came out to be so big. That's my life.
Thank you so much for sharing this journey. This is an amazing journey. And you know what? It is a testimony to the fact that life did not just start with us, that
Yes,
we are carrying on a heritage.
yes,
And whether we recognize it or not, that is what is happening. Because um, and another a funny story that just came to mind with my brother, my younger brother. He lives overseas, and you never he one day he said, Gil, guess what I'm doing? I'm like, what? He said, I'm into plumbing, just like that. And it was it was not his first thing, but he's like, I realized I'm into plumbing just like that. That's what I'm doing. And I'm loving it.
yeah.
So,
That is it,
um,
to love what you're doing. And I am
yeah,
peaceful when I'm here in this room. This is my work studio, as I call it, and I work from at home. And as I say, I can turn around from the computer, back the computer, I'm at my sewing machine. And the television is there to keep my company. That's it.
wow.
And I can sit here till 10 o'clock at night and I am comfortable. I'm just doing this. My daughter is grown, so I don't have to worry about small children. So I'm comfortable, and this is my time, my Zen moment. Oh, I'm at peace. I say my prayers and I'm here. I talk to the Lord while doing it, and I'm like, Lord, I'm preparing this for when we're fully open. I have stock to take out there. That is why you saw the rows behind me. I'm preparing
Mhm.
myself. It's better to be prepared for something and it never happens than for something to happen and you're not prepared. That
So
is one
true.
of those mottos that you have to look at in life.
Nice. You mentioned your daughter. What has her input been?
Oh, she loves fabric. Well, she was sent to learn to sew and learn to cut and everything. I never did that, but I'll be able to take a dress and fold it and do it. Even though she can do that, she is not necessarily going to come and sew something. She's going to give it to me, but her focus is otherwise. If you look at Kimberly Emerald Living, Kimberly Payne is one. It's her personal IG page, but Emerald Living, that's real estate, sales, property management. That is her calling. She is also an artist at heart because she can draw, she can paint. Um, if we're doing house renovation, she's the one who's going to use the staple gun. She used a electric saw, something like that. She would do those things. I am kind of hesitant when it comes to the
The
electric
power
saw
tools.
and the power tools. I think I will do it, but she's the one who was like, I'm going to try that. That is what she does. But when it comes to being out there, and she can do your makeup from now to tomorrow, and she did that at the Polytechnic years ago. But for her, sales, property, that is her thing. Beauty is her thing as well. And she's all behind me. I mean, she'll come in and see a new piece and say, oh, mommy, I love that. But this one behind here, that is her favorite. That is her favorite. When she saw that, I love that, mommy. And she loves fabric just like me. She would recover chairs. Out of the blue, she comes and she recovered the chair. I would recover the cushions, but she's going to recover the whole chair. And she's into interior decorating as well. So the things that I am kind of on my way to doing a small amount of, she's doing it in a bigger way, full-fledged. And
Excellent.
she's the one that said, we're going to register this business name. She sent me to register, but she has like two registered business names already. But she's doing other things. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. I am so very honored to be able to create a platform for Purposework by Bev, this line of exquisite wristlet bags, little clutch bags, whether it is casual or semi-formal or even formal, you have something there for persons to select from. And we have a video, or we have a commercial that we are going to be sharing with you about with the various products, and we're going to just fill this session with your product because it's all about Purposework. And as I said, WelchWear Beauty, we are really honored to have this line in store, and you can, yes, you can purchase one of Bev's exquisite masterpieces at WelchWear Beauty. We are upstairs, Payne's Plaza, Collymore Rock, St. Michael. Our telephone number is 832-7008. Find us on Instagram or Facebook. We have a number of the bags on display on our social pages. You can WhatsApp us, you can call us, you can email us, and soon from now, you will be able to purchase them from our website. Yes, this is what we are doing in terms of supporting these businesses that, as I said, I just have the honor of being the bridge for them to stand on. And that's what we do. That's one of the guiding principles of WelchWear Beauty, being a bridge for these other brands to stand on. Of course, we are really pleased with the product. It is an excellent product, well done, extremely well done. And you will be really proud to have one of these pieces in your possession, or two of these pieces, or three of these pieces, or four of these pieces. Can I go on? In our possession. But here's one question I want to ask you, Bev, and I'm not sure if you've even thought so far ahead. Regional expansion, international sales. I know persons would have come and purchased and carried overseas for someone and used them as gifts. Regional expansion, international expansion. Have you thought about it?
I must say that when I think about certain things, that part did not come to me because I did not have a person out there in another country to help with that aspect of it. Sending it via courier, FedEx, or whatever, that is my only way. I thought, okay, if someone wants something, then I'll have to find out how much would the postage be. And that is as far as my thoughts went. But I've had a couple queries from New York already, family as well. Someone saw it because of IG, and I've had some queries. And for me, as long as I get your information, I can send it to you by courier. Charges will apply because yes, they may cost about 15 US, but then you will still need to pay for those charges. It's not a heavy purse, so the weight of it will not be a whole lot, but of course, you know, you still have to pay for it. Thank you, Gail, so much, because you have been that one entity, that one person that have really made me open my eyes and think I can go farther with this. I have the product and I know I have the time. I do it 2-3 hours after work in my studio here, and I never give it that extra thought apart from sending it via courier. But I know, Gail, you're going to have some outlet out there in the Caribbean. And
I am.
you are going to say to me, Bev, I want to send 5 bags, 10 bags, and we can start from there. And I make sure I love fabric. I love feeling different fabric. And I can, the patterns, I get excited when I
They
see it.
speak to you.
I get this excitement. And that emoji that goes like that, I get excited when I see fabric. So I can do stuff with fabric. And the handbags, wristlets. And I always say they're multi-use handbags.
Yes, they are.
Because one gentleman that took his to London when the wife wanted one in the car park in Sheraton, he said, I'm going to take mine too. He took a plain gray one. He said, these are for my toiletries. He says, I have to have my mask, my sanitizer. I can put this, that, and it has a pocket inside. He says, yes, I want mine. That went to London. He says, and I'm going to let everyone know where I got it from. My thing now, I have to get some new labels to put in the bag to sew it in the pocket. That is my one next plan to work with. And I've already spoken with a gentleman regarding that. I have the ribbon for it, and we're going to do some printing, and that's my next step, to put that little sign in there that you will know what it is. Sewn by Bev.
Purposework, sewn by Bev. I love it. Bev, I want to wish you absolute best, and I really speak blessings over this business, and we are taking this to the world.
Yes.
We are taking this to the world.
With the Lord's guidance on our lives, we can take it to the world.
You're taking it to the world. Thank you so much for being a part of the WelchWear Beauty Corner online show. And I've been chatting with Beverly Clarke. Beverly is the owner, the creator, the creative mind behind Purposework sewn by Bev, a line of wristlet bags, clutch bags, multi-purpose bags. You can use them even for cosmetic cases to put your cosmetics in. She has some larger ones you can use as whether a laptop or even a tablet. Yep. And you have a little smaller one that you can just use as a wristlet, especially if you're just going out with a girlfriend, or you're going on a little date or whatever, and you don't need a big shoulder bag. We can hook you up with a nice little wristlet bag by Purposework. And of course, they are available at WelchWear Beauty Corner. We are upstairs, Payne's Plaza, Collymore Rock, St. Michael. Well, thank you, Bev. And we are excited about what the future holds for us.
Amen.
Keep watching. We'll be right back with our closing segment, Beauty of Mind, Spirit, and Body. We close our show with our segment, Beauty of Body, Soul, and Spirit. And I'm taking a special quote from Dr. Denise J. Charles. Success is not measured by what we have accomplished. It is our thankfulness, even in the face of what we have not yet realized. It is appreciating our unique journey without unhealthy comparisons. So beautifully said, and so needed at this time in our journey. So until next time, thank you for joining us right here on WelchWear Beauty Corner, the online show. I'm Gail Welch. Bye-bye.